Thank you once again for joining us on Nigeria Second Thought. My name is Zakaria Zainab. The topic is still insecurity because that is the hot topic right now in Nigeria. And on this special edition, we have an activist, a politician, a person of Honorable Muhammad Usman May Elsa, who has decided to join us and share his thoughts with us on some of these issues. Thank you for joining us, Honorable.
Good day.
It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, without further ado, my first question to you is Nigeria is a resource-filled nation. It's so rich in natural resources and human resources. Why should a rich country like Nigeria be unable to deal with the insecurity that has become a norm? Why is a country like Nigeria unable to protect the life and the life and valuables of our citizenry?
Quite frankly, it is quite unfortunate that these mentioned elements are taking place in the country like Nigeria. Not only Nigeria of today, where many, more than 60 million youth are expected to have a better and bright future. And in the countries that recorded to have to be one of the first country in the West Africa with abundant mineral resources and huge economic advantage. And also, it is a country where it is youth are expecting greater from them, looking at its background or how it came from, or looking at how the elders of today were being trained and pursued by their elders during their own time. Issue of Boko Haram came into Nigeria boldly in the year 2009. And unfortunately, up to now, Nigerian security has been struggling, according to them, to see they come to the end of it. Well, unfortunately, instead of the Boko Haram insurgency to be deteriorated, things are still degenerating in the country. And however, the issue of kidnapping, which is a new threat, more especially in the northern Nigeria, also has come to over also facilitate that issue of Boko Haram because it is up to the extent whereby people today are sleeping with one eye opened in their homes. And the issue of also a lot of crimes which are emanating from that Boko Haram or kidnapping is also always in the increase, and which is quite also unfortunate in the soil like this. But usually this question has been thrown to a lot of people, which I guess are not expert of the crime management and preventions and control.
Right. So what do you think is the solution to these issues? Okay, we always talking about what the problem is, but what do you think, from your opinion, is the solution to fight these issues that we have?
In the first place, before bringing the solution, I may like to indicate a little cause of it. Why Boko Haram, why kidnapping and other insurgencies that are recorded to be terrorist activities in the country. In the first class, looking at the Boko Haram, is a lack of adequate government security. I mean, when I say adequate government security, I'm talking about the SS. In any country like Nigeria, the SS department should be highly functional and always alerted, and always giving the report to the relevant body on what is going on in the country so as to avoid its further escalation. But unfortunately, today in Nigeria, such is failed. It seems like Nigeria is a country where there is no such security services that led to the advancement and also development of this Boko Haram in the country, because they should have been noticed right from the day one. How were their motives, and who was trying to bring them into the Nigerian soil and devastate the Nigerian or sabotage the Nigerian economy and social well-being of its citizenry. But unfortunately, nothing like that is on the record. And however, this issue of kidnapping, I can say what caused it is not more than two things to me. Number one is ignorance. Number two is injustice in the country.
Right.
Ignorance in the sense because many of the people that are engaging into these crime activities are recorded to be Fulani. And unfortunately, these Fulanis were left in the bush. And during Babangida's administration, there was a policy which was called Structural Adjustment Program. And that structural adjustment program came with the establishment of that nomadic education and imposed it very well. And also, this nomadic education is always in the Nigerian budget every year. That the people that are living in the nomads should also be a part of the country. Their education should also be taken care by the government, their well-being and what have you. And unfortunately, what is going there is close to nothing. The people that are responsible to make sure the people that are in the government are responsible to make sure such allocation is directed to the nomads and their children's land a lot, including their elders, which will prevent them from what is taking place today. Because sometimes when people have knowledge, they don't engage themselves into violence because they know the value of themselves, they know the value of somebody's life or what have you. But when you leave people with that knowledge, definitely they can do more than what they are doing today. They can kill and they can throw the corpse to the dogs to eat and what have you. So that was the first cause. And number two is injustice. Fulani people were considered to be very poor because they said to be unknowledgeable. But unfortunately, they have always been victimized by the security personnel, victimized by the courts of laws in Nigeria. A little thing cost them a lot of hundreds of thousands, which led some of them to be provoked, led some of them to be very poor. They lost all the cattle they have in terms of just injustice in the country. These are the two important, or I say, two major phenomena, according to my understanding, that were about what they are doing today as in kidnapping or what have you. There may be some secret issues regarding that which top of the government officials might know better than we do, and they may not reveal it, maybe because they may be the one to engineer it. To bring about solution of this kind of insurgency in the country is first and foremost to exercise free and fair justice in the country, to believe in the saying that nobody is above the law and the justice should be called into order. Everybody that does this one or that should be punished accordingly or should be executed accordingly, which is seemingly not going to happen in Nigeria, looking at the type of the people we are electing or they are selecting for us to be the leaders of the country, because it is comes to our knowledge that many people that we claim we elect are not purely the ones that are topping the government or winning the election at the end of the day, but those that are selected are said by the rough donors that leaders are selected, not elected. They are selected by the dominant class to serve their interests, and this is currently what is also taking place in Nigeria. So justice is nowhere to be exercised, and where there is no justice, there will be no peace at all. Violence must always be erupting everywhere, every corner in the country, and this is truly what is happening in the country today. To bring about the solution, I say this one should be done first, and number two, for the Fulani people and the Fulani headsmen, also things must be looked into, and who are to look into these things. To me, there are no such people, because everybody today's people's mind or leaders' mind in Nigeria is to accumulate huge amount of money, so that after leaving the power, they and their grandchildren will not be down again. They will continue to be rich and they will continue not to suffer. They will continue to travel overseas, continue to establish things, and they will continue to sponsor their own children and their own loyalties to continue come back and lead our people in the country.
Thank you very much. So my final question to you is, we can see how religion, the issue of religion and ethnicity is being used as a divisive weapon against the people. How do you think we can overcome this issue, or what do you think the responsibilities of the people are, or the clerics are, towards fighting this weaponization of religion in Nigeria?
We have ulama, both in the Islam and in the Christianity. And these ulama are also being used, the top ones among them are also being used by the government and sabotage the interests of their religion, purposely for the sake of the government to enjoy and for the sake of the ransom bill received by the elite in the government. And this is quite unfortunate. They don't come out. This in when you come to Islam, the issue of segregation, sectionalism, the issue of this different school of thought exists, and where it's not expected. The religion is one, our book is one, which is Quran, and also and our prophet is one, and the prophet came down and preached only one religion. Prophet did not preach for the divisions of religions and whatever, but today it's everywhere in the Islam. When you go to Christianity, Jesus came down here before our prophet 577 years ago, and the prophet came with a religion and he preached only one religion, and today the Christianity divided into a lot of denominations, which is quite also unfortunate. So because of this division that is seemingly or psychologically or philosophically highly political, the government now get the tendency and the liberty to invite all the teachers and also give them their own ways that they want to go and preach to their people in order to come and continue to rule their people. Because we can't say govern, it's a ruling that is taking place in Nigeria like a dictatorship.
All right. Thank you so very much for sharing this important thoughts with us and, giving us your time. We called you at a late hour and you responded. Thank you so very much. And we hope the next time we give you a call, you will respond to our call.
Great to have you.
Thank you so very much.
You are welcome.
And to the viewers, once again, we can't do this without you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening, and we hope to see you next time. Till then, I'm Zakaria Zainab, and this is Nigeria Second Thought.